Greetings. Hear what Master Jan Hus of Prague teaches us. Priests wallow in gold, while their falsehoods and
Greetings, and a colour that has sparkle. Jesus Christ be praised.
I spoke to Havel.
And? How did it go?
Good. I had to drink a bit of wine to get some answers out of him, but I sacrificed myself for the cause.
And what did he say?
It took a while, but in the end, he told me sometimes crates of a special incense are brought to the vineyard, and they apparently burn it in the barrels.
What? Incense? And he wasn't just yanking your pizzle or too drunk?
He may have been drunk, but he was telling the truth. He doesn't know what incense it is, just that they get it delivered.
Right, and here's a small reward so you don't go around saying old Casper's ungrateful. But now I need you to look into it further. We need to find out what this special incense is for. We'll have to take a look in the vineyard and take some of that incense.
We, meaning me, right?
Of course I mean you. See how well we understand each other?
I'll do it, but I want more koi. It's a risky thing to do. What's more, it's the monastery's vineyard, and I don't want to end up on the wrong side of the church.
All right. I'll give you more, but I want you to know you're bleeding me dry as is.
I'm the one likely to actually bleed. Now tell me where to look. The vineyard is pretty big.
It's big, true. But there's a vineyard house right in the middle. The custodian lives there, as well as the workers. And it's also where all the supplies are stored. Besides, there's also a side garden where they grow new varieties of grapes. If you could manage to bring me a few seedlings, they could greatly help my own vineyard.
Where exactly is the vineyard?
A short way to the north of town. It's pretty large, you can't miss it.
How do I get in? Isn't it guarded?
The simplest thing would be to get hired as a laborer. There'll be lots of work there now that it's summer.
What if they catch me?
You have to be careful. The vineyard is closely guarded, especially at night, and thieves are punished very severely. Don't get caught.
I'm on it then.
Good luck, and take care, Henry. By the way, what about the business with the Manlikas? Did you manage to get hold of the book by Bouchek?
I dealt with Havel, so I don't need the book now.
Aye, but I could really do with it. If I sold it, I could pay off at least some of my debts.
All right, I'll have another go.
Farewell, good sir. Wine! Try some wine from the Kunberg vineyard!
A fountain? Where does the water come from? Here, in the middle of the city. I'd like to discuss the price.
Warum nicht?
Is this enough?
That's too much. Aye, you'll convince me with that price. I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Another collection for a... As to the fortifications.
Are they out of their bloody minds? What are you doing? They had two collections just like it already, and there are still holes in the walls.
That's true. But what good are fortifications? You can't...
Nice and
It
safe.
rained for a week straight. We're up to our knees.
You there, halt! Come here! Go! Go! Ka! 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 Quick!
Are you hiring?
Us? Always. But don't be fooled. It's hard work. Days spent bent over in the sun. It's not for everybody. But you'll get a few groschen, something to eat, and a place to lay your head.
That sounds good.
I'll tell you tomorrow. For now, go and speak to the custodian, Jerome. He'll tell you what to do. Any questions?
What's in that building in the middle of the vineyard?
Vineyards aren't just vines. They need a place to sort, press, and wash the grapes. And we also need a place to lay our heads. We spend half a year up on this scorching hill after all.
What's the master custodian like?
Jerome? He's my cousin, and he gave me this job. Can't complain about him.
And the others?
I don't know, but I've never heard any complaints. You'll see for yourself soon enough.
What if I'm not up to it?
You have 2 arms and 2 legs, and that's all you need. The only thing we won't tolerate is someone slacking off. We have a lot of blow-ins, so don't expect any breaks. If you laze about for even a day, you'll be out of here. Understand?
I understand. I'll be going then.
All right, run along. Jerome will be waiting near the winery. And remember, wine is liquid gold, so we keep everything well guarded.
Don't worry. I don't steal.
I have to say that because we do get light-fingered individuals here from time to time. And now you know everything, off you go to work.
I'll be going then.
All right, run along.
Don't worry.
I have, and now... Take care for now.
Good to see you, friend.
I'm supposed to report to you. I'm new here.
Excellent. Another young shoot ready to sprout and produce the delicious fruits of labor.
Right. The shoot. That's me.
Forgive me, young man. I'm always pleased by the presence of someone who enjoys working.
That's great. In any case, I was sent to ask what you want me to do.
You'll start today. Because why wait? There are a few hours left before the velvet blanket of night covers our vineyard.
Of course. I'll get to work then.
Excellent. What enthusiasm! What vigor! As our youngest laborer, you will be in charge of the eternal battle against the weeds that choke our beautiful plants. As soon as you spot one, imagine you're King David and uproot that evil from our land forever, just as he uprooted the Philistines from Israel.
If you hand me a slingshot, I can take on Goliath.
We hand out slingshots in autumn when we have trouble with starlings. Apart from that, you'll sometimes see a sack at the end of a row. In it are clippings and bad plants which you will take to the dung heap behind the winery here, where their earthly existence ends in the process known as decay.
All right. That doesn't sound too complicated. Weeding and organizing a funeral for some plants.
To tell the truth, lad, work in the vineyard isn't complicated, but it is hard. I therefore suggest you don the vintner's crown, a straw hat. Do you have any other questions?
What's in this building here?
This is the winery, lad. It's the heart of the vineyard. Of course, the grapes must ripen in the vineyard and are harvested there. But here in the winery they are sorted, pressed, and poured into barrels. As soon as we put the wine in barrels, it travels to the cool and dark monastery cellars, where it ages.
Where can I lay my head?
I shall take you there right away. I have to show you where to take the sacks in any case.
Forgive me, but why do you talk so strangely?
Truth be told, you're not the first to ask such a question. But the answer is simple. Our time on this earth is too short and precious to leave behind something ordinary. And I'm quite adept at speaking, unlike other human activities. So why not at least leave behind a pleasing impression?
I wonder what I'll leave behind.
I don't know, lad, and neither do you. But eventually the loom will run out of thread, and it's up to us what we leave behind, whether it's a plain cloth or an ornate tapestry.
I'll get to it then.
May God bless your work. On you go, lad. Here it is, the final resting place of weeds from our vineyard, and a vast haven for flies, the dung heap. This is where you shall bring the sacks, and moreover, after a hard day's toil, you can lay your head down in that hut over there. Questions?
I still don't actually...
If the tasks of a vineyard laborer are beyond your comprehension, you are either blessed by the Lord or a simpleton. I repeat, pull up weeds and take any sacks you find to the dung heap here. Now, get to work. The vineyard is large and there's plenty of work.
Excuse me.
be with you.
Greetings.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Rain again. Hey, where are you creeping to?
What do you think you're doing?
Praise the Lord.
Not this again.
Greetings, neighbor.
Greetings to you too.
Hail Mary.
Huh?
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
Good day. Greetings.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
pissing down again.
God bless. God bless. I'm with you.
Careful.
Greetings to you, friend.
I have more questions.
Ask away, lad.
How are you doing here?
The life of a winemaker is similar to the life of the vine itself. It seems showered with sunshine, but it isn't possible without tenacity and resilience. Here in the vineyard, we wake up and go to sleep with a single thought: how to bring to life a divine miracle, the nectar of wine. For it truly is a miracle, a truly kings and priests alike. And if we can create such a wine, then our time in this world has not been in vain.
What does your job entail?
The administration of the monastery vineyard consists mainly of thorough organization. I allot the jobs to the workers and make sure nobody neglects anything. But it's not just about people. I have to take care of the vines themselves and oversee their health and quality every day. True, the Sedlets monastery has many vineyards, but this is one of its crown jewels.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Ah, excellent. Our youngest laborer returns after a day surely filled with hard work.
I did the best I could.
Lad, just because I speak kindly doesn't make me a fool. On the contrary, I didn't see you making much of an effort today.
But I was working.
That's not what work looks like. You've disappointed me. You're not a young shoot, but a stubborn weed that's blighting my vineyard. Begone.
What? Where do you think you're going? Well, what's the good? The smell of a summer evening.
Come and get your fish here.
A blessed evening to you.
I'd like some...
Aye, and
Just for tonight.
all right.
Agreed. Here's your grub.
I knew your bed's ready.
You're particularly overripe, excuse me.
Good to see you.
Quick! God! Quick! Oh. Oh.
I must be mad. I suppose it was nothing.
Huh. Strange. I heard so careful. I suppose it was...
Huh? Let him go! Guards, quickly! Eh? Huh. Strange. I must be mad.
Let me sleep.
crate smells like sulfur. This could be it.
Eh? Huh. Strange.
Lord be with you.
grant you help.
The city council has decided a case that will caress your...
Good day. What would you like?
I'm back, and I've got the mysterious monastery incense. It looks like wood chips soaked in sulfur. It stinks a bit.
They were smoking barrels with this. Sulfur is the stink of hell, and this is a monastery vineyard.
Maybe there's another reason. The miners in Scalitz used to say where there's sulfur, it's easier to breathe. Healthier air.
But it stinks to high hell.
So do many noble delicacies, and they're still delicious.
I suppose you're right. I'll give it a try. I hope it doesn't make my wine reek. Here's your reward. I added a bit more, as we agreed.
I almost forgot. I have the seedlings.
Ah! I'm curious what they'll grow into. You've made me doubly happy, Henry. So, here's a little something on top for you. Take care, friend.
Greetings to you.
Hey, my lovely. Zizka told me you found something out about Liechtenstein.
If only just Liechtenstein. I've only been here a couple of days, but I seem to know everything about this city and its sinful people. And about the Pope, the second Pope, Sigismund, Wenceslas, about the sickness of old men, the desires of young men, who I sometimes have to beat off with a stick. Simply everything. The tavern seems to be the fount of all knowledge.
You'll have to tell me more about the sinning part. That sounds interesting.
You youngsters are all the same, but work before pleasure. After we find Liechtenstein and free Cape Bon, we'll see.
I'll look forward to it. But anyway, about Liechtenstein. Anything new?
Well, there might be something. One of the girls I talked to told me her sweetheart frequents some nasty alehouse. And one of the regulars there recently started buying drinks for the whole house. Which is suspicious, because this fella is practically a beggar. Goatskin, they call him. They asked him where he got the coin, and he boasted that he was spying for some rich lord.
And you reckon it's definitely Liechtenstein?
Might be, might not. But Liechtenstein is rich, and he's supposed to be spying here, so it could well be him. And we've got to start somewhere.
That's true. And you've spoken to this goatskin fella?
Not yet. I was rather hoping you'd do it. That grubby alehouse is a bit too wild even for me.
Well, if it's too wild even for you, maybe I should be worried.
Well, at least you don't risk being groped by a bunch of lewd, stinking miners.
Well, it's only to be expected after all.
Excuse me?
I mean, I'm sure they don't see nice women like you very often.
Naughty boy. You just make sure nobody robs you there.
Does this place have a name?
I'm not sure if it's a name, but the locals call it the Hole in the Wall.
I see the owner's got a sense of humour.
Unfortunately, I don't think it's a joke. You'll find it in Hot Prink. There's no other alehouse in that quarter.
So goatskin in the hole in the wall. I reckon I remember that. I'll go and check it out.
Before you go, I wanted to ask. Nobody ever told me why we're actually looking for this Liechtenstein fella.
He might know where they're holding Capon.
I'm sure lots of people might know that.
But Liechtenstein's on our side. At least I hope he still is. You never know these days.
But who is he? And why is he in Kuttenberg?
He's a young noble from Jobst's council. His family have domains in Moravia and Lower Austria. He's here to gather information about the enemy for Jobst. And judging by how important it was for Istvan to find out where he is, he's a real thorn in their side. And they're out to get him.
So we're getting involved in noble men's schemes again. That means trouble.
I'll do my best not to get us mixed up in all that.
Sure you will. But it can't be helped. There's a war on, and we have to fight. Watch out for yourself, Henry. I have a bad feeling about that district.
You're not the only one.
I'll be right there!
How did it go? I went to see him, but he threw me out. And you're surprised? But it was just... a simple misunderstanding. Bollocks of a misunderstanding.
I heard you're in need of money.
Come and take a gander. Don't go so hard. Hot bring mail. Strong made hot.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Warum nicht?
Is this enough?
You won't convince me with this. Ja, das ist gut. Finally a good price. Thank you and take care.
So, have you got any ideas?
Well, if I did, I wouldn't leave it till the last moment, did I?
Greetings.
Come and take your pick.
Easy, good horse.
Don't chuck your shit into my yard.
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin.
I don't know you. If you're after something, go and see Chenyik. And stay out of the way.
Could you tell me more about this Chenyek?
No, I couldn't. We don't talk to strangers here.
And where can I find this Chenyek?
How do I know? He'll be round here somewhere. Or not. See if he's with Hugo.
And who's he?
You'll recognize him.
Right. I'm gonna see if I can find that Chenyek.
So don't go there then! If you're gonna yell at each other, do it somewhere else.
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
Aye. But I reckon I ain't gonna tell you nothing.
Why not?
Because I don't know you. Although the way you're kitted out, you seem like you might fit in here.
You don't know me, and you don't want to tell me anything. I get that. But there must be some way I can get you to trust me. I'm sure there are things I can help you with.
Course there is. But we're mainly looking for fellas what can handle themselves. Ever since this town got a new lord, we've had to use a bit of violence now and again, innit?
Violence is never a good solution.
You're right, it ain't. Only mostly there ain't no other solution. Anyways, if you want to join us and get some jobs, go across the yard to the barn. You'll find Goliath there, and he'll let you know if you're up to it or not. And if you get through that alive, come back here and we'll talk.
Who are you? And your people?
Well, I'm Chenyek.
All right. But why all that horse shit about whether I'd fit in with you or not?
Look at it like this. This is a place for a certain sort of people what have their own rules. Although folk usually think we don't play by no rules.
You still haven't told me what you people are. What rules?
If you still ain't twigged, you ain't gonna find out much here. Put it like this. So-called decent folk avoid this here alehouse like the plague.
How about I invite you for a drink? We'll have a beer, chat about life.
You ain't got a clue, do you? Fellas don't come to this place for booze. You cough up a bit of glint, and I'll tell you about Goatskin. But don't bother trying to get matey with me.
I hope it'll be worth it.
That depends how much that wretch is worth to you. What was it you wanted to know?
I'm looking for Goatskin. I hear he used to come here.
Aye. Thing is, ain't nobody seen him here for a few days.
But he used to come here?
Aye. He was here day in, day out. Only this time some burly lads came here and duffed him up proper.
Do you know the men who beat him up?
No. But there were some Jews among them, and that's pretty odd. Seeing as how they don't usually get mixed up in nothing.
Why did they give him such a beating?
Unbelievable!
Did they say anything?
Well, Goatskin is a right knob end. Always asking for it, he is. But I reckon this time it was about his big gob. The last week he was coming, throwing glint around. And when we squeezed him about where he got the coin, he said he was spying for some lord.
And does this lord have a name?
He didn't say. We didn't swallow his yarn about spying anyway. We reckoned he made a score and just wanted to look like a big man.
What happened to Goatskin? Does anyone know where he is now?
No word. But I reckon he's holed up somewhere, licking his wounds. Seems he stuck his nose in a wasp's nest, and he won't be sticking it out again for a while. If you're going to look for him, try it at night. He don't stray far when he's on the job. Usually between Hradek and the horse market. He goes after drunks. So I try asking in the local drinking dens.
All right. What does he look like, though? He can't be the only fella who likes to relieve drunks of their purses.
God's truth. But you'll know Goatskin when you see him. They call him that on account of how he got kicked in the head by a goat as a nipper. He's got a dent in his forehead you could use for a game of marbles.
Why didn't you defend Goatskin? Isn't he one of you?
He is and he ain't. I'm no saint, but that Goatskin stepped in some nasty shit and then walked it in our door and all. I ain't saying we don't look out for each other, but there's limits, innit?
I'm sure you know the town better than me. What drinking dens are there on Goatskin's patch?
Between the horse market and Hradek, there's the Black Horse, a miner's tavern. Wayman the taverner used to be a miner, and then there's the Big Bathhouse. It belongs to some bloke called Adam. He tarted the place up big.
Any others?
None I know.
Thanks. I'll go and look for him.
I wish you luck then. He ain't the brightest, but he's got a real talent for saving his own skin. Once you're done with him, come by and see us. Seems after all you're a pretty handy bloke. We could use the likes of you.
If you've got some job for me, you can tell me straight up. So what kind of work do you have for me?
A job worthy of your skills. But first, just a little test to see that you're not as dim-witted as that arsehole Goatskin. What is Wycliffe's first thesis?
Wycliffe's first thesis? What are you...
Not a good start. Second question. Which estate has the greatest reformatory potential? If the monarch cannot bring about a reform, there is no alternative, and the fight against the Antichrist must be started by... the common folk.
After our talk about Goatskin, I didn't think you'd know about these things.
You thought we were just paupers who couldn't count to 5, didn't you? But now let's see who's the pauper. Last question. Who is the rightful king of Bohemia?
Wenceslas. There's no doubt about it.
Indeed. All right. Now let's talk about the job. Maybe this will disappoint you a little, but it concerns Wenceslas's brother. It's he who will secure your place in our humble company.
From what you've said, I gather you're not spying for Sigismund. It's rather the other way around, huh?
We call ourselves the Guild. We profess the ideals of equality and brotherhood. Our only law is the Holy Bible. Worldly justice is as fickle as a common whore, yielding to those who are in power.
Justice for me or the gallows. Aren't you afraid to end up there?
Friend, one must be willing to suffer for the truth. Sigismund is a usurper. And the church and the magistrates are but a lowly horse spreading her legs for Sigismund. As long as we go against Sigismund and honour the scripture, our souls remain pure.
What if I go and tell the bailiff you're calling him a whore? Just out of courtesy, you know?
Go ahead. Perhaps you are one of the lucky ones who are not harmed by Sigismund's presence in Bohemia. Maybe you don't mind selling a piece of your conscience by ratting us out. As for me, I will go to the town hall with my head held high. But you?
Yeah, don't worry. I was just teasing you. I think the same of Sigismund. Tell me about your operation here.
We are who we are, and we do what we do. Like the early church of Jesus' apostles, in unity and fidelity to his words. I'm in charge. I plan all our missions. Goliath is the muscle. Knuckles, well, he mostly complains. But he also knows his way around locks. But we're all equal. We share the profits equally, but we don't do it for the wealth. We want to drive Sigismund out of this town.
How can I join you?
You want to join us already? I don't have to talk you into it. That's great. We're not particular about formalities. Let's just have a beer, and then you're one of us.
Here's to the Guild.
To the Guild! That reminds me, I'd like to throw a feast for the poor. The bigger the better.
Didn't you say you were just ordinary people with no money?
We are. And this is where Sigismund comes in. Because he's going to pay for the feast out of his own pocket.
That was a good one. How are you going to make that happen?
Me? No. You'll make it all happen. Listen carefully. Sigismund seized land down in the valley near Pach and built his personal warehouse on it, right under our noses as a provocation. There he stores fancy foods and gifts for his commanders, and for that red-bearded gob of his, sausages, smoked meats, foreign spices, and more. Fancy delicacies from Italy, Hungary, Slavonia, and all the other shitholes where he owns land. While we're eating porridge and cabbage all the time. You will steal all the food you can carry from that warehouse. And as a nice token, you will leave there... Let's see... What would you leave there?
Stones?
That's clumsy. Cabbage. Leave cabbage. Get at least one head from the greengrocer and leave it there for Sigismund. Let him eat for once what we have in our bowls almost every day. But I'm warning you right now, no violence. Don't even think about slitting anyone's throat in that warehouse. The job isn't to punish some poor sod on guard duty. Is that clear?
Got it. What should I do with the stolen food?
You'll give it to the beggars. Let them feast like kings for once. It's not hard to find poor people in the town. Just go to the gates or churches, and you'll surely come across some. There are also tents full of them in Minor Street, Church Street or Cobbler Street. When you're done, come and see me, and we'll figure out what to do next.
Sigismund will be fucking livid he can't enjoy his fine sausages. Can I expect any help from you?
If you need some tools, stop by Knuckles. That's all I can help you with.
How about some reward?
Keep a few sausages for yourself.
I prefer groschen.
Jesus looked around and said to his disciples, how hard it is for the rich to enter the kingdom of God.
I know where you're going with this.
Let's get to work.
All right. I'll head out.
Good luck.
Hey, come here.
What would you like?
I don't want to yell. Come closer. You're new here, aren't you? Has Chenyek talked the head off you already?
We spoke.
I'll give you some good advice to start with. Don't listen to his bollocks about a fairer society and the honourable struggle for a better tomorrow. It's just bullshit to mess with newcomers like you. By the way, they call me Knuckles.
It sounded pretty convincing to me.
Aye. Chenyek can sweet-talk people like no other. I mean, Chenyek talks about sharing stuff fairly and how we don't do it for the money. But you know what? It's horseshit. It's every man for himself down here, even if they say otherwise. And Chenyek just gives it such a nice polish.
Are you saying he lied to me?
More like, he didn't tell you the whole truth. I heard from friends that Sigismund has a bottle of very fine wine somewhere in his warehouse. The kind of wine that you don't often see in these parts. I have a buyer for it. So if you bring it to me, I'll give you half the coin he's paying for it.
Well, I'll stick to what Chenyek told me. I'm not complicating it by stealing wine.
Well, that's a shame.
Chenyek said you could give me some gear, too.
All that talk about equality, brotherhood. But when it comes to lockpicks, I'm supposed to give you stuff from my own stash. Here's something you might find useful.
Thank you.
Greetings, how can I help?
I'm looking for this vagabond. Goes by the name of Goatskin.
Is he a miner?
Don't think so. A thief, more like.
I'd ask the miners in any case. I only pop in now and again, but they're here all the time.
I'm looking for
I don't know him, but this is a miner's tavern. Or Wayman the innkeeper might know something. See you later, my friend.
Greetings.
I'm looking for this vagabond. Goes by the name of Goatskin.
Aye, Goatskin. That rings a bell. But I don't come here often. See if there's something you want to know, ask the miners. This is their tavern.
Don't be a coward. I'm seriously curious about you again.
Greetings to you. What do you need, my friend?
I'm looking for someone called Goatskin. I hear he hangs around here.
Goatskin? That mangy piece of shit. He turns up on the street now and then, but he never shows his face in my alehouse. No Germans come here. Some Glück.
Goatskin's German? I didn't know that.
Goatskin's above all a slippery bastard who can't be trusted. I've no idea what language he speaks. What I do know is he likes robbing Deutscher merchants. And they don't come in here.
It sounds like you're not too fond of Germans.
It's the local yakkers who can't stand them. I've got nothing against them fuckers myself. If you've got glint, come in and make yourself at home. If you ain't, then fuck off.
Any idea where I might find Goatskin, then?
You could try asking in the bathhouse, behind the yards in Hrada Quarter. They get a lot of well-heeled Deutschers in there. And some young wench there's been seeing Goatskin for a while now.
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
Have something at least, since I gave you the goods on everything. I helped you out, didn't I? Don't be a pinch purse, and cough up a bit of glint, eh?
What's new in town?
Nothing much. If you're looking for a paying job, you'll have to look elsewhere.
I apologize. There. It looks better
You shouldn't be bothering us here. God bless.
I went to confession yesterday, and that old priest was completely hammered again.
What did he say?
Apparently my greatest sin is that I have such nice breasts.
I saw this cloud in the sky.
So what?
The cloud looked just like you.
I reckon it must have been a storm.
Hey! You're not allowed here.
But it had everything. Your hair,
Charge
eyes,
money for
mouth.
repainting.
It was the splitting image of
Hear tidings of what is happening in our city. Just as two royal brothers are fighting over this kingdom, so two other brothers are quarreling in
happens to you.
When he was little, he fit inside my hat. He was such a cute puppy. We'll miss him when he's gone.
You should get another puppy. Everyone needs something to cheer them up.
What are you doing? What?
Easy, good horse.
Greetings. Yeah, greetings.
What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
Do I know him? That fucker is the bane of our lives. Why are you even looking for an idiot like him?
He knows some things that I'd like to know too.
What would he know? A mangy vagabond.
Do you know where he might be?
How should I know? If I knew, I'd have told Adam long ago. He'd wring the bastard's neck in a trice. Last week alone, he robbed 3 of our customers. All German.
Why does he choose to rob Germans?
A German merchant always has more coin in his purse than a Czech one. Haven't you noticed that?
Could you tell me where exactly he robbed the customers?
Hard to say. You know how it is. Drunk and merry gents who can hardly walk. But it usually happens somewhere near the Black Horse, and in those lanes there. The bastard stays clear of the main streets. For good reason.
Have you got any German customers here now?
What do you think? No, because words got round. Except Udo. He couldn't care less, it seems.
And is Udo here now?
No, it's too early for him. He usually comes later in the evening. I reckon he only comes here when other alehouses kick him out.
You know Goatskin's seeing one of your girls?
What? Nonsense. I mean, I wouldn't put anything past my girls, but I can't believe they choose to hang out with a vagabond like that.
That's what I heard.
Everyone badmouths whores. You know what it's like. Nobody stands up for them. But if it's true, then as soon as I found out who, she'll be out on her arse.
Thanks. I'll be going.
You're welcome. And have a word with Adam if you really want to find your Goatskin. He's the owner. I reckon he'd be keen to find him too.
I need a bath.
Certainly. My baths are at your service.
I'd like a pretty girl to take care of all my needs.
Don't worry. Once my girls get their hands on you, you'll forget all your sorrows. At least for a little while.
I can't wait.
All right, but money up front.
I'll gladly pay you.
Great. My girls will take good care of you, Henry.
I hope you enjoyed that. I like it when a man is satisfied. And come back again any time. I'd be happy to see you.
Come and have a drink.
Come on, come and have a sip. God be with you, sir.
Have you got anything good to drink here?
Of course I do, handsome. Would you like some? And then maybe we can have a bit of fun. How about it?
Yeah, I'll have a drink.
Here you go. Cheers.
Some strong stuff. What is it?
It'll make you feel real good. But now I'm interested in something else, handsome. How'd you like to have a little fun?
Why not? While I'm here? Only my throat is still burning like hell.
A large beer for me.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Guten Abend.
I'm looking for someone called Goatskin, and the innkeeper said you want to find him too.
You're damn right I do. That lousy bastard robs my customers. Deutschers mostly. And they're the very ones that pay best. What's worse, word's got around already. If you get hold of him, well, there's something I'd like to sort out with him.
Sort out? That could mean lots of things.
Nothing nasty, don't worry. Besides the Germans. Goatskin also robbed a scholar from Prague. Jan Schindel he's called. And I reckon he has friends in high places, because he went straight to the city council. Not good for business.
How will it help you if I find Goatskin?
Schindel complained to the council mainly because Goatskin nicked some scholarly stuff of his. He's one of them fanatic crackpots. So if you tracked down his things and returned them to him, he might drop his complaint.
Any idea what the scholarly stuff was? Books?
No idea. But he said something about constellations, and then something in Latin.
I'll see if I can find his things.
Great. If you find anything, take it straight to Schindel. He lives in the house of Vetter the scribe. And don't forget to tell him I sent you.
Right you are. Now, about that Goatskin.
What do you want to know?
Have you ever seen him up close? Can you tell me what he looks like?
Like any other tramp. Filthy and disgusting. And he's got a dent in his head the nippers could use for a game of marbles. I reckon that's where his wits fell out. And he's hardly got any teeth. But what would you expect?
Do you know where to find him?
Not the faintest idea. If I knew, we wouldn't be having this chat. I asked at the Black Horse. Dirty miners, right riffraff, that lot.
What did they tell you?
They claimed not to know anything, but they couldn't stop smirking, bastards.
You wouldn't happen to have a German customer here now, would you?
I reckon not. But I'm not sure. Ask the girls. Just please, don't interrogate my guests, all right?
I'll go and look somewhere else now.
Aye. If you do find him, watch out. He may look like a half-wit, but he's a right slippery snake.
Right.
Möge Gott mit... Hier sein.
Pardon me. The Lord be with you. What do you need?
Do you get a lot of German merchants here?
We used to. From all over the place, but mainly Lausitz. But there ain't so many these days, unfortunately.
How come?
I dunno, but it's a pity. Merchants tend to have bulging purses. They'll come back, though. There's one German here right now, as it happens. Udo, he's called. But that's all I can tell you about him. He ain't interested in our services.
He just drinks here.
Drinks and plays dice. Almost every evening.
Thanks.
You're welcome. But stick around and spend some coin. So we ain't telling you this for nothing. Well, see you later. Have a good evening.
All right then.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Welcome. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. I heard he sometimes comes here.
Aye, he turns up now and again. The louse. The bastard's ruining my business. 2 of my customers refused to come here again after he robbed them one night.
That's not very nice. And you wouldn't have some idea where I might find Goatskin, would you? I reckon it'd suit you if he packed it in.
You bet it would. But if I knew where to find him, I'd wring his neck myself. That bitch Mary's bound to know, though. She denies it, but we all know she's walking out with him.
I thought you bathhouse girls stuck together. What have you got against Mary?
There's a limit to everything. As soon as you mess with someone's livelihood, you ain't no sister to anyone. She can marry that cripple for all I care, but when he robs our guests and ruins our reputation, she should grab him by the balls herself and... oh, never mind.
Is that all you know about Goatskin?
Ain't that enough for you? I'm not here to know stuff, in case you hadn't realised.
Thanks then. I'll be off.
If you find him, give him a slap from me. I'll be with you.
I'm looking for goats.
My, you're a good-looking fella. What would I want with some goat skin when I've got a handsome young buck right here in front of me? I couldn't care less about your goat skin.
But I do. And the girls here tell me you know him quite well.
So, you're not here to have a good time. Shame. I know goat skin, but don't expect me to tell you anything. He's lying low, and for good reason. You ain't the first to come looking for him.
Why is he hiding? Who from?
How should I know? He's never far from trouble. Goes with his trade, doesn't it?
Where's he hiding?
I don't know. And even if I did, I don't see why I should tell you. That's why he's hiding. So strangers like you don't find him.
How about some coin? Would that loosen your tongue?
I take coin for a lot of things, but never for ratting. Even a whore can have morals, you know.
Look, I'll find him either way. I found slippier bastards than that goatskin of yours. And if I'm in a good mood when I find him, I might not even hurt him. But if you keep making it difficult for me, I'm going to lose my patience. And then it's going to get nasty. For both you and Goatskin. So what'll it be?
You think you can scare me with your tough talk? I don't scare easy, lad. I'm a bathhouse whore, in case you haven't noticed. I let myself get fucked for money, and not always nicely. Perverts, rapists, pigs every blessed day, so I don't give a shit about your lame threats.
All right, but Goatskin...
Goatskin will take care of himself. He might be a nobody, but he's as crafty as a fox. Now excuse me, I need to stop by the seamstress, and you are in my way.
God be with you then.
Take care then, and have a pleasant evening. God be with you.
Careful!
Greetings. What do you want?
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. You haven't heard of him by any chance?
Everyone knows him. He's got a bit of a reputation, and not a good one.
Any idea where I might find him?
No chance. I keep my distance from the likes of Goatskin. Maybe someone at the Black Horse knows him? The miners there sometimes keep company with vagabonds like him.
Thanks.
See you later. I apologize.
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. You haven't heard of him by any chance?
There's plenty of fellas come to me looking to see some skin, but you're the first who wants goat skin. I've heard the name, though. He's some vagabond who hangs around the Black Horse, ain't he?
Aye, that's him. Any idea where I might find him?
I don't mix with his sort, so I reckon I can't help you. I could help you with other things, though. Go and see Madame Beata, and we can come to an arrangement.
Farewell, sir.
Komm her. I'm serious. Guten Abend. Wie kann ich dir helfen?
Greetings.
What? Wer bist du?
I'm Heinrich, von Skalitz.
I'm Udo, from Taubisch. Nein, Tauberhofs, Heim. Scheiße. Aus Tauberbischofsheim.
Aha. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Herr Udo.
Ebenfalls. Spielst du Würfel? Dice. You want to play?
Prost, meine Freunde!
Do you know a Goatskin?
Ein gutes Kind? A good child? Yes, I have 5 at home.
No, goat skin.
Ah, yeah. I know one merchant. Very good leader.
That's not what I'm looking for. Where is it you're from, Goodman?
God im Himmel. I have already told you. Aus Tauber. Nein. Tauber bis Hofsisheim.
Ah, right. What's it like there?
Long.
I don't really understand.
Exakt. Ich auch nicht. Also, lange, very long.
What are you doing in Kuttenberg?
Earning Geld. Everyone here wants my Holz.
Holes?
Holz. Wood.
You bring wood here?
Yeah. But not just any wood. Rare. Exotic. For decoration. Decoration.
I didn't expect to meet a German who sells wood.
There. You see? Neither did I.
I think it's about time you headed home, Goodman.
Pa. Home? So early? Warum?
We're about to close the place. You should go home. I'm keeping an eye on things here, and I'd hate to get in trouble. Understand?
Ah, so you watching here. Now, I will pack up and go.
Don't worry. We're open again tomorrow.
Yeah. But
I should get... The customers have been singing your praises recently.
I do the best I can.
I'm glad to hear it.
Well, when I wash their hair,
Kuttenberg.
I give them a head and neck massage as
Kuttenberg.
well.
What a
They're
lovely
back to
city.
proper moving. And I only wear
Prost! Ich bin drunk.
Excuse me.
Krüger hoch!
Better already.
Kuttenberg. Kuttenberg. What a lovely city. Krüger hoch! Prost! Kuttenberg. Kuttenberg. What a lovely city.
Bless you.
Kuttenberg. Kuttenberg. Kuttenberg.
Greetings.
What a lovely city.
Hoe kidder? You're the Phoenix parts, eh? Good. Come and have an ale with us.
All right, minor Freunde. Hand over the geld and I won't, hurt you.
Was? Was willst du?
Bust my arse! Geld, hear me? Coin!
What's going on here?
He wanted to rob me.
I can see that. I think you should go, Herr Udo.
Ja. Danke.
This is some mix-up. I wasn't going to rob him, honest.
If I'm not mistaken, you're Goatskin.
Yeah, that's me, What do you want?
I have a couple of questions for you.
Look, I didn't. I never told nobody. Nobody. I swear. I'll even swear to Samuel and his God if he wants.
Who the hell is Samuel?
You weren't sent by Sam.
I wouldn't be asking you if I was, would I?
You know, like, I promise not to talk about it no more. They'll kill me otherwise.
I get that, but do you think they'll just forget about it? How long do you intend to hide?
Until I have enough. Glint to take off.
Well, I could help you with that. I know a lot of people. Getting you out of town won't be a problem. If you help me, I'll help you.
That sounds, promising. But I still need coin. I can't just pack up and take off.
Coin shouldn't be a problem. How much do you want so you can disappear in peace?
Not much, a few score groschen. But that won't be a problem for a well-heeled fella like yourself.
Here you are. But you're gonna talk, right?
Right. I like talking, like... What is it you want to know?
I heard you were spying for some nobleman. Is that true?
I was doing nothing but, I was spying for 2 weeks.
Who is this Samuel you're so afraid of?
He just hired me. He's one of them lot. Them Jews, innit? He was nice to me till I started blabbering.
Do you know where I could find this Samuel?
Go to that, you know, synagogue. He hangs around it in front of it, and people, like, brings him news of what's on the grapevine, you know. And evenings he sits around at the King Solomon. It's like a, you know, a Jewish tavern. But watch out, they ain't too welcoming towards our people there.
Have you ever heard the name Liechtenstein?
I don't know him, but I heard Samuel telling his people, like them Jews, I mean, about this, what's his name? Liechtenstein.
What exactly did he say? Did he speak about him in a good way or a bad way?
I don't know. I just remembered a funny name. I don't pay much heed to things that what don't concern me.
What is it you did as a spy?
Mostly I was standing guard in front of that palace, you know, like Rutard's place. I was watching for who was going in and out, see? You know, who, with who, where, when, and that.
And what went on there?
Well, people was coming and going, all sorts of nobles, and I'd tell Samuel what colours they was carrying, see? I was good at that. I remember pictures good, you know?
And there's another thing. Those things you stole from that scholar? You know what I mean?
That... What about it, like?
What happened to them? The owner wants them back.
I still have them.
Where?
In them secret, you know, tunnels under the city.
Tunnels? Secret passageways? Stop blethering and tell me where it is.
I ain't blathering. It's in the passageways beneath the city. I can find it. I've learnt the way. And if you give me a couple of groschen, I can teach you too. You can clear out my stash, and judging by the look of you, knowing your way round, you know, underground like, that ought to come in handy for you, innit?
Look, Goatskin, just because I was nice to you once, doesn't mean you can fuck with me now. Tell me what you know right this instant, or I'm gonna lose my temper.
Well, no need to fly off the handle, like... I'll tell you, of course. I was just thinking...
Goatskin, spit it out!
Oh, all right. It's like this. I know them passageways because I got my hands on this map, like. This old thief gave it to me. And when I, you know, got it in my head, like, I flogged it, see?
A treasure map? You're yanking my pizzle, aren't you?
No. I swear, on my Mars soul. It ain't a treasure map, it's a map of what's below ground.
Big difference. Where's this map, then?
I flogged it to this thief. Angel, he called himself.
Called himself? So this angel is back in heaven now, is he?
Aye. He was hanged outside the city walls. He's still swinging there. And I know he had that map sewn into his coat. It were his most prized possession. But watch out. The gallows is guarded to stop quacks cutting off the dead bodies, bits and pieces, fingers and that, like.
Thanks. You've been a great help.
That's me through and through, innit? I'd better be off, like. I've got a long journey ahead of me.
Off you go.
Hail there.
In the south, I saw a land without end.
Yeah, greetings.
Scum like that need to be put in their place. Clap them in the pillory, I say.
Was möchtest du, mein Herr?
What do you have for sale? Word about the price.
Das könnte vielleicht gehen.
Do we have a deal?
You must be from a poor region. Ja, das ist gut. Finally a good price. Thank you, sir. And come again.
Thanks for the herbal
Nice big
Greetings.
chunks. Beach charcoal.
Greetings. What do you need?
Bring me a wine, Peter.
Good evening. What do you need?
God bless you, sir. I'd like, but of and just no. All right, here's agree. You're going to like.
I apologize.
Hey! I won't have you causing trouble here, laddie. Cough up some coin, or we'll report you to the bailiff.
No, you're right. Here's compensation.
That's better. Now, get lost. That's more like it. Ah, it looks like nothing's missing.
Wood vinegar, lump charcoal, pitch,